Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So just a few days late, I'm going to show you my favourite products from last month, from May 2016. I did tend to use quite a small group of the same products this last month, partly because I've been travelling away for work pretty much every week. So I've been away from home during the week and therefore just had a small selection of, it's turned out to be the same products with me to use. So instead of chopping and changing and experimenting a bit more as I would do if I was at home, I've tended to use those. But having said that, that's because week on week I've liked using them, so haven't kind of swapped around my travel bag. So quite a few of them are relatively recent purchases. I spoke to you about the various things I'd got from Dior recently, and I have enjoyed most of them. The Dior Snow Bloom Perfect Moist Cushion. I've had this in my handbag and I really, really like it. So much so I definitely am going to look into other cushion foundations. I know that Lancome do one here in the UK. As I explained when I hauled this one, you can't actually buy it in the UK, unfortunately. The whole Dior Snow collection appears to be an Asia-only exclusive, which is a shame because this product is much nicer than I expected, really. I expected it to be a bit of a gimmick. Can I start out by saying the one thing I don't like about it, and I don't know how you get around that, is the little puff that comes with it, which is very conveniently stored in the kind of plastic overleaf, so that's fine. And you definitely need one because although you can apply this product with your fingers, I find that gives a much lighter coverage for some reason. I was quite resistant to using the puff initially because I thought it was wasteful of product. But in fact, I do find when you press it down into the product, just kind of on the edge of the sponge and dab it onto the face, it does give a quite decent amount of coverage, really, given this product is only supposed to be fairly lightweight coverage. Now, what I don't like is this sponge is not particularly washable. I mean, it's washable in the sense that you can wash it, it dries and it's fine, but the coloration just doesn't come out. So you're left with this slightly dirty looking sponge, which I'm a bit obsessive compulsive about those things. I don't really like taking out something that looks dirty even when you've washed it. So that's the disadvantage. But everything else about this product I really, really like. I showed it before. It's supposed to be light coverage. Really weird feeling because it feels absolutely dry when you push your finger on, but you do get product and it feels quite moist when you transfer it to your skin. It's great for doing touch-ups in the day. I mean, if I were younger and had more flawless skin, I would use it, full stop instead of foundation in the morning. And I have done that. I did it yesterday, for example, when I was just wearing this and a tiny bit of eyeliner for a more natural look, and it was fine. But it's especially good for touch-ups later in the day and gives decent coverage when you use it with the sponge. Just super convenient to use. It'll be interesting to see how long it lasts before I need to put in the refill. I'm suspecting not all that long, but so far it's a month. I've used it quite a lot, still going strong. So definite favourite. I like that gimmick. My other kind of favourite foundation this month has been Chanel Les Beige, which I'd given a rest for a bit. I've talked about the slightly dodgy top on this, and this gets a bit gunged up. But that aside, it's a nice product. Some people have written or said online they find it drying. Now, I'm quite vulnerable to feeling dry and tight with some foundation products, and I have to say that's not my experience of this one. I like it. It's not super glowy, but it's not flat and matte. It just gives a nice natural finish. I'm lucky in that this colour, which looked way too dark to me in the bottle, I had to be dissuaded by the sales assistant away from the lightest one to the second lightest, which is this, I think, number 20. But in fact, it looks perfect on me. I really like these kind of Belle Mean products. and this one gives me good coverage, really. I wear it for work when I, expect to have decent coverage, and it's fine. Another Chanel product that I tried in sample form and really, really liked is the Hydra Beauty Nutrition, the nourishing and protective cream for dry skin. It has the very, very strong Chanel floral fragrance, which I like very much, but if you don't like fragrance in your skincare or makeup, this would not be for you. It really does feel very rich and comforting, but doesn't kind of coat the skin in a sticky way. Definitely made my skin feel plumped up, certainly when it was applied. My issue with a lot of the Chanel skincare ranges, which I have bought in the past, is that unlike these samples in a nice hygienic tube, they have a few pump action bottles of their serums, but then by and large they package skincare in screw top pots, which is both unhygienic and means that the so-called active ingredients certainly aren't going to stay active for very long once the pot is opened and exposed to the air. So I need to explore the Hydra Beauty range. I have seen some blogs about, I think, this range, but a particular very moist, it's called, I think, skin cream, which definitely comes in a tube. And I've seen good things written about it. For example, Ruth Crilly, I think, talked about it on a recent vlog, and she's very sensible in her recommendations, in my view. So I'm going to look into that, but I did like this, I have to say, and if it were not in a pot, I would definitely consider buying it. Another skincare pair that I have been using when I've been at home, not so much on the go, I used it actually towards the end of April as well as May, is this Glow Duo by Dr. Brandt, a retinol hydra cream for the daytime and an overnight resurfacing serum. The resurfacing serum in particular gets quite good reviews. I think even from Paula's Choice, although I may be wrong about that. And I have definitely felt that these two make a difference to the appearance of my skin when I use them continuously for a couple of days. Definitely skin looks kind of finer and, more refined. So I want to try and get into kind of using them solidly in this next month for a fortnight or so to see if that initial impression is correct. Overall, I'm liking these much better than the Sunday Riley regime that I showed you. I might talk about that separately, particularly the night oil, which I'm not that keen on in that I do like the overall cream. But these two definitely seem to have a visible effect, so liking those. Also liking, after a ropey start, I did a video about this, the Artist's foundation brush. I think it's number 7 or number 8. Number 7. Been using this a lot. It is very, very easy to use and gives a really good finish. I do like it a lot. And then before we get to the other Dior's, the Gwen Stefani Urban Decay blush palette. This has been my only palette whilst on the road. Using it day in, day out. Really like it. Versatile palette. Great for pale girls. I have to go easy on this one. It's very densely pigmented. Very pretty. But not to be applied in too much of a rush. But the others, I love this highlighting, beautiful, glowy colour, using that every day, and then different combinations of the others. It's a great palette, just a bit heavy for carrying around, but there we go. And then my eye palette of choice really has been this Dior Spring, the polka dots in Escapade, a kind of quite a nice versatile spring summer, because you can do the kind of peachy apricot-y looks with the brown, which I've been doing quite a lot with peach lipstick, or you can go pink, and I very much like having this nice white to use in the inner corners, which I need to brighten up. So it's very handy having that in one palette with two, fairly ordinary browns, but great for doing a basic work eye. None of these colours are highly pigmented, but I actually quite like that for working with on a day-to-day basis for just a professional work-appropriate eye. It means that I'm less likely to be too heavy-handed when I'm in a rush in the morning. So it's been a good, versatile palette for me this month, and definitely enjoyed it. And over an eye cream, I find that the shadows last very well, even if they're not that pigmented when they go on. So that's definitely been a favourite. And I've also been using the two loose powders that I bought, partly because I bought the wrong one, this pinky one, although I do use it. It gives a nice glow. Loose powders do give a nice finish. They're more of a faff to use, and I kind of feel that I waste a bit kind of tapping it away from the brush in a hurry. But I have enjoyed both of these. This one is absolutely translucent. This one gives a slight pinky glow, but perfectly nice even on a pale. And I just love the pots. They're gorgeous. Again, the problem with travelling, which I have been with this one, is the sponge gets into a horrible gungy mess. You really need to take it out and travel with it separately. So they are messy. Probably not as practical as a compact, but really nice to have. So I've loved my favourites in the month of May. Really loved all of those products. I really enjoyed using them. Looking forward to having a look at the Chanel summer, which must be due any day now here in the UK. We're behind everyone else. And I'm hoping to go shopping this afternoon, so I might have some purchases to show you in the next week or so. Until then, bye for now.